You're watching Masters in Trading Live with Jonathan Rose.
What's up, everybody? It's Jonathan. Happy Friday. Every single week we get on here for Masters in Trading Live. 11 o'clock we get on, we do a little overview about the market, and then every single day we are sharing our very best trade. I have such an exciting announcement for you. You'll see new logo, Masters in Trading Summit. We're announcing the Masters in Trading Summit is going to be May 8th. All year, since the beginning of the year, we've been working towards building tools for the Masters in Trading Summit. It's finally here. Go lock in your spot, mastersintrading.com/summit. The summit is going to be May 8th at 10 o'clock Eastern. I am so excited. Sign up, lock in your spot. Today we're going to go over 4 topics. We're going to talk about the Advanced Notice tool, a little weekend review, a quick case study, and then a trade of the day in a name that we've been discussing in A-Lab. So let's go over to the screen. Masters in Trading Summit, May 8th, 2024. So excited for this, guys. Make sure that you lock in your spot, mastersintrading.com/summit. Advanced Notice. Advanced Notice trades. These are unusual options activity trades. Advanced Notice trades are when we see a huge order in the market, where somebody obviously knows something more than we do. We got to see that earlier in the week in our cannabis names, in CGC and MSOS, before cannabis jumped. Well, our Advanced Notice tool will be sharing the top 10 most unusual names. And here are the names from for yesterday. We have ENVX, ASPN, Netgear, Carvana. Carvana was up 32% yesterday. Boot, SPR, CGC. We've been seeing this name all week. That's why cannabis has been so volatile. CGC was 10, jumped up to 13, came back to 10. MRUS, Rivian, and some of you who have been following along with Masters in Trading Live will definitely be familiar with this name, Kratos. Jonathan talks about combat drones often. Who wants to be invested in combat drones for the next 10 years? I think we all do. Well, Kratos is a name that we've been following since February. I first saw this name because of the unusual option activity. I wasn't too familiar with this stock, Kratos Defense. And as I started researching it, I came to learn that the US is a major client of Kratos and is really funding this company. So we started looking closer at Kratos. Now, the cool thing, once we started looking at it, now it's popping up on Advanced Notice tool. So somebody must know something about this name. We originally shared Kratos back in February 22nd. We had an 11-minute video and then a follow-up. I guess this was the first video, February 14th. You can find these all on our YouTube channel. So a name like Kratos, we're in May, but we started following it in February. We like it. We want to trade this name from the long side. So how we want to trade this name is long stock. And then we're also long upside calls. So it's like you have 2 positions, 1 position and then 2 positions. The second position, when it goes up in value, this is the one that we want to cover while still holding the core of that long stock. If you haven't watched those videos on Kratos, go back and watch. We are very bullish Kratos. Kratos is trading about $18 right now. Here's the stock. The unusual option activity is right here. And when we started doing this back in February, this was probably about like 3K or 4K. And now they continue to buy these. Even yesterday, it got onto our name of one of the most unusual names. So if you're long stock, these 20 calls, and when you do an order like this, if you want to buy these, you would buy 85 cents and you would do a limit order. Limit order to buy. You don't have to just buy the offer, okay? Now, this was a trade that we shared a little bit ago. Long stock and also long options. We still like this trade. If you're not in this and you want to consider joining, consider 85 cent bid for the 20 strike going out to July in Kratos. Again, let's get long combat drones. Week in review. There's one key number that we've been talking about throughout the month of April. 433. We look at VIX term structure, and that's what Tom's talking about right now. And what this is, it's a way to follow risk. The VIX is a monitor to follow risk. Well, we can follow it with 1 day, or 9 days, or 23 days, or 30 days. You'll notice that 1 day, there's not a lot of volatility. It's Friday. What's going on? Not too much, right? Well, 1 year, there's more uncertainty. There's more expectations of movement. That's why that 1 year is so higher. A bearish formation of VIX term structure is when you have the 9 days super high and the 1 year super low. That means all the risk is going on right now. That's obviously not the case, okay? So when we talk about our line in the sand all throughout April, we were talking about this line in the sand. That's when we want to stick with one level above bullish, below bearish. Well, we finally got above that level. It took us all month. What else did we have? Well, really nice job numbers. Apple increases its quarterly dividend. Apple also adds 110 billion to their buyback program at the same time that we get above our line in the sand. Right now, in today's market, I am uber bullish. I shouldn't say uber bullish because of Uber stock, because I wouldn't say I'm Lyft bullish. So let's just say I am very bullish. Throughout April, I even mentioned when we get above 433, you could expect that rip your face off rally. I do think we're going to get that rip your face off rally. I'm not sure it's going to be Friday afternoon, but nevertheless, your big support number is 433, your line in the sand. Trade of the day, ALAB. Now, I've been talking about ALAB often. I even feel like maybe I'm talking about it too much, but it's an important name and it's actionable. ALAB is a lockup. IPO lockup. Go back and watch the videos from last week. There's a full explanation of IPO lockups. IPO lockups restrict a lot of the shares. So after 6 months, all those restricted shares are now able to be sold. So however high ALAB rallies before the lockup, we are bearish. Yesterday, we covered one of our ALAB trades because we got in at bad levels. Okay? We originally bought these 55s for 320, and yesterday we were able to sell them for 3 or 320. Break even, we got in at bad levels, took some pain, then break even. Well, what I want you to do now, the trade that I like now, instead of the 55s, because we already covered one of those, what about a limit order? A limit order to buy the July 60s for 280. Now, JR, 330 bid at 360. Well, ALAB is a volatile stock. It's crazy. Nobody knows where to value this thing. 280 bid, good till canceled. That means let's not take it out at the end of the day because this name is so volatile. Let's keep it in there until we cancel. ALAB has been a really cool trade, but it's also an awesome trade that you can paper trade and that you can learn from. I got to mention one more time, guys, because we've been working on this throughout the entire year, and I am so excited. Next Wednesday, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, we are having the kickoff, our first Masters in Trading Summit. It's going to be live, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Go to mastersinTrading.com/summit. Lock in your spot. I'm a big believer, guys. We want to look at the market from a different perspective. I like to say the creative trader wins. So trade smart. I'll see you Monday live, 11 o'clock Eastern, with our Masters in Trading Live. Until the next time.
Join us every weekday at live.mastersintrading.com